So my name is Dustin DeLand. I'm a turfgrass student at Kansas State University on an internship this summer. My first stop was Sandhills Golf Club, and now here we are at Ballyneal. Yeah, so we'll usually get out here around 5:30, the interns. We'll pop in and see what they need, and we'll, strap up some equipment and get some stuff ready for the guys, and then right around 5:50 is when everybody kind of meets in the break room, and we're off and running at 6. It depends day by day what we're doing, but always doing something to greens, mowing, rolling. Usually have a few guys setting up. Those few guys setting up or bringing TDRs with them, doing water. Probably around 9, everything's all mowed up, and guys are kind of coming in and cleaning up equipment and just rotating out for their second job. And then lunch is around 11:30, and we'll eat, and I'll watch Jared and Cordell, the assistant, play some ping pong. They get pretty competitive. I think Jared's a pretty competitive person from what I've seen. I think that correlates and transfers to the golf course as well. But
I am Jared Kalina. I'm the golf course superintendent here at Ballyneal Golf Club. Ballyneal just kind of pops up out of the hills here for us. It's very unique. I hear a lot of references to Scotland and Ireland when folks from those areas come here. They see the same vibes in the native and the fescue and just the way the wind's blowing and dictating everything all day long. The chop hills are these formations of sand that got built up here by some glacial activity long ago. They're called chop hills because they are very abrupt. They don't span as much, nearly as expansive as the sand hills of Nebraska. It's a very narrow, condensed version, and it's much more dramatic in its activity, moving up and down.
I would say sand hills, it seems, but you guys have been there, it's between two big sand hills, right? And it's all kind of in this valley, just like little movement within that valley. Here, it gets a little more extreme, like in the fairways, there's a lot more movement. And then also around the greens here at Ballyneal, there's a lot more funneling, it seems.
You're going to talk about these greens long after you've been here. They're dramatic and they're bold, and there's some of them that you won't see anywhere else.
What are some of both the kind of like benefits and the challenges of maintaining this course?
The benefits, there's plenty of them. What we do have is not a lot of turf disease pressure, low humidity. It's an arid desert up here. We don't have to spray a lot of fungicides. We don't have a lot of fertilizer needs. There's none of that.
I think, most unique aspect about it is it's walking only. It's a lot drier out here. They don't water it as much because they don't have as much traffic. They're not going to have as much stress or wear on the turf from golf carts.
Golf carts is probably the first thing I should have mentioned. Golf carts are a scourge to golf. We really get to be firm and fast because we don't have to recover for carts.
Yeah, so, obviously when you walk around Ballyneal, that's the one thing that you notice. Like you see footsteps, or you see little walk cart lines, and that's not something you see here in the United States. He's able to do that because it's walking only. It's makes for really interesting, cool links, fast and firm golf.
What we do struggle with is moisture content. We have 200 feet of sand and then 1,000 feet of water underneath that. That's our soil profile. So maintaining that moisture content in some very terrible days is our biggest challenge for sure.
Let's talk about Jared and Kyle. What are you noticing in terms of differences between the two of them?
Well, I mean, the obvious difference is Jared's a little younger. He doesn't have any kids. Kyle has kids. Jared's kind of got like Colorado vibes a little bit, but honestly, they seem pretty similar. With Jared working under Kyle for so long, you kind of see that he definitely kind of learned from him as far as like how to lead a team.
Not only did I steal something from him, I pretty much took the whole playbook, really, and a lot of the same concepts, philosophies, and attitudes I try to bring here.
Like they both like to just, mess around, and they're both very interested in every single one of their employees, and you can tell they both really like managing people. I mean, they both are very, very capable leaders.
You need a certain style of management to draw from a local community and make them care about a game they've never cared about before.
Holyoke is remote, just like Mullen. Like, it feels like you're kind of out in the middle of nowhere, which I like. But Holyoke is probably 5 times the size of Mullen.
At Sandhills, you're going to have a very localized community of workers. Got people that have born and raised in Mullen, for the most part, everybody. My staff's a little more multicultural. Holyoke's got a huge Hispanic population, so it's a total different vibe in our break rooms comparatively, and that's been good for the kids to see.
I'm Mason Hale. I am an intern at Ballyneal now.
Mason's a little quieter. You got to draw it out of him a little bit, but very responsible, very good kid. Really good player. Great golfer. It's fun to watch him play. Hopefully we put the hooks in him and get him to grow some grass here with his life. We'll see.
It's crossroads right now. That's what we're trying to figure out this summer. I go to Southeastern Oklahoma State, and I'm currently doing my MBA in management. The last 2 summers, I've worked at a course in Wyoming, helped on the maintenance and in the pro shop. Pro shop, sometimes you have dead days and you're just sitting in there doing nothing, and you're wishing you're playing golf or being outside. Growing up, I loved building things, being outside, doing labor, I guess. And so I enjoyed that, and one of my old teammates sent me the flyer for this internship. I was thinking, man, that's not really where I want to go into for golf, but it's a great opportunity. There's something about turf management and just being out here that kind of draws me in. So we'll see what happens.
Here at Ballyneal, you're an intern that's pretty much my assistant. My assistants are great. My 2 in-house guys, Cordell and John, they're great. But right behind them, I put the interns. I'm throwing you headfirst into the deep end around here to see if you sink or you swim. Our interns, for the most part, are our moisture guys. They are running around constantly checking on our high dollar areas and making sure that they're okay and ready for play. So
You gotta make the decision, okay, do I let it ride or do I need to hit it with water, to keep it alive? And the easy way to do that is using a TDR, get an actual reading percentage.
We have been blessed with a new product in our industry called the TDR in the last 10 years, which is a nice moisture meter. And you get to basically hand any untrained soul one of those and tell them they need to get that meter into a certain range of water, and that's when we're happiest. So moisture management is about taking those meters out, making sure they're in our acceptable range for play, and our acceptable range is what's going to make that ball bounce and roll out and yet come back tomorrow. So as much as it is automated the process, so to speak, and you just stick it in the ground, hit the button, and read the number, there is some intuition that goes into it. What time of the day is it? What are conditions going to be like later today? Cloudy, windy, sunny.
I'm always second guessing myself. It's like, man, that looks a little dry, but so does the rest of the course, you know.
We have to keep a very high standard here. You know, we don't have to have the fastest greens, but we do have to have fairways that roll out and surrounds that continue to roll out or let balls come back, feedback off of them. Anytime we're too green out here, I get a lot of comments, oh, it must have rained a lot lately. They want to see some of that dormancy. They want to see some of that, you know, British Open look in late July. That used to really freak me out, that dormancy, but I've really embraced it now. It's fun to ride that line.
It's a hard, fine line because you want it firm and fast. You want the ball to just catch on the green and the player think, oh, well, why didn't it run out?
Riding the line is all about hanging in between good, healthy grass and dead grass. And usually the best golf is played closer to that dead grass side, where it's nice and firm, rolling out, bouncing nice and high and hard. That usually takes a grass stand that's stressed and under moistured and needs some water, needs some love, needs some TLC. We try to hang out over there more often than not without going too far. That's riding the line for us.
Again, with that fine line, if you water it too much, it gets soft. But if you don't water it enough, then you didn't do anything to it. So when you get good at it, you know, Jared can just look at it and say, that's pretty dry. Don't even need to check it. I know it. So that's cool, and I'd love to get to that point. But you know, one thing Jared told me was to be confident in my decision making. If you're going to be a superintendent, you got to be confident. You have to have a plan. As long as I stay confident and make a confident decision, I think Jared's okay with it. And if he gets mad with me, then I'm going to learn from it. So I'm learning, and I feel a little bit better. So as time goes, I'll get better too, I know. It has evolved, I'll say that. Yeah, I enjoy it. I love the challenge. You know, I do have a management degree, and I do like the management side. And one thing that Jared told me is that he enjoys managing his team. You know, he has to manage people, so I agree with that. I like that. So I can still get that on this side, and I enjoy being outside. I enjoy working with equipment. So I think it's a good fit. There's just a couple of things, you know, more experience, more knowledge I need to get better with, and so, but I'm pretty confident with leaning towards the maintenance side, and nothing wrong with the professional side, but I just don't want to be folding shirts and being inside. So these guys are incredible. I never knew that it went this deep, I guess I want to say. The things that these guys know and the passion they have, for turf, but also for the game of golf. So it's incredible, and I like it.
It's not lost on me how special it is. I really adore this place. You see the way people treat it. I mean, not a lot of people work at a place where people stop at the front entrance and take a picture of your sign. And our sign is a 2x4 with just the letters drilled into it. And yet, I always see people stop at the front entrance, get out with their buddies, and take a picture with it. And that's not lost on me, how special it is that people are traveling from all over the globe to come see our little slice of the world. And it means a lot to me to be the keeper of this place. And I love being a small part of that, yeah.
This spring, winter and spring, was as hard on us as it's ever been.
Yeah, so after last summer, I was kind of hesitant. I was like, I'm gonna get burnt out of this really easy.
And those opportunities, those are really good learning opportunities. You don't learn a lot when everything's perfect.
It's been a great summer for me, and I'm really enjoying it, and it's helped me out a lot with what I want to do in the future, I think.